After the death of a Lane County man at the Deer Ridge Correctional Institution in June, inmates at the Madras facility are now voicing concerns over their own medical care.
And some of those inmates say they fear it's a matter of life or death, while relatives say they want action. About a year ago, Jason Tixier of Salem arrived as an inmate at Deer Ridge Correctional Institution in Madras, north of Bend. Tixier had paramedic training prior to incarceration and tells us he was the assisted living orderly for fellow inmate Stephen Illman of Lane County, who died at Deer Ridge on June 22nd.
We had notified them that he had ongoing cardiac issues. They said, well, this only seems to happen during count times. You must be being intimidated by someone. On June 4th, I found him unresponsive in his cell, and I had to provide life-saving care to get him resuscitated.
Oregon State Police tell us the medical examiner's office determined Illman died of natural causes. They didn't provide any other details. Tixier is now concerned for his own health. He says he battles frequent epileptic seizures and allergies and has gone 3 weeks without medication refills, causing more seizures.
They just don't seem to be taking our help seriously. They had lost the paperwork in a clerical error. I sent notification that my prescription was expiring 2 weeks ahead of time like they'd asked me to do, and I still had to continue to notify them for 14 days after I ran out of meds.
They told him, oh, those meds aren't even on your file because they recently switched from paper files to electronic files, and the private company that they contracted out with to switch them didn't do it correctly. At this point, the only corrective action is for all medical staff at Deer Ridge to be removed.
Tixier says medical request forms from inmates often go unanswered, an issue he says dozens prison-wide have experienced. Inmate Michael Crow's family fears for his health as a bone, muscle, and joint disorder he had before going to Deer Ridge worsens.
If not given the right medication for it, it swells up and he's either in a wheelchair or bedridden. With Deer Ridge, they are refusing to give him his medicine because they failed to put it in the computer file. This is his second time in a wheelchair.
In an email to our newsroom, the DOC said they've not located complaints from Deer Ridge inmates saying, quote, at the Oregon Department of Corrections, we take the care and well-being of all adults in custody seriously. Every in-custody death is reported to the Oregon State Police, and the state medical examiner determines cause of death. We encourage family and friends of AICs to report concerns, and we have several reporting mechanisms. Now, Tixier says as they await timely medical care, inmates will continue to look out for each other and use what they have at hand to provide care. I made multiple requests to the Department of Corrections, but they didn't make themselves available for an interview. DOC has yet to commit to an interview regarding these allegations.